Welcome everybody to Cooking with Poppy. Today we are going to be making mashed potatoes. We will be using a nice Yukon Gold potato for our mashed potatoes today. They have a fairly light colored thin skin. Let's get these potatoes washed and peeled. Okay, so let's get these potatoes cut up into the same size pieces so they cook nice and even. Okay, let's go ahead and get them in the pan. Next, we're going to fill the pan up with cold water. We're going to add some salt, put it on the heat, and bring it up to a hard boil. And while the potatoes are cooking, that'll give us a chance to get us started on the milk mixture. Let's start with
1 cup
of heavy cream. You can also use half and half. Next, I'm going to cut an entire bulb of garlic in half and put that in our milk mixture. Going to start stirring as we add 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns. Next, we're going to add our aromatics. We're going to add a teaspoon of rosemary and a bay leaf. And we're going to bring this up to a simmer. Do not let this boil. Okay, so this has been simmering for about 5 minutes. The milk is infused with your aromatics and your garlic. Looks like it's time to take it off the heat and put it through the strainer. Okay, I'm going to go with a nice easy pour here. I don't really want to splash myself with hot milk. I'm just going to set this to the side and let it finish draining. The potatoes are done cooking, so I'm going to put them in a colander and get those drained. I've put the potatoes back on the heat, and we're going to cook out some of that extra water. And you can see by the steam that we're getting a lot of that extra water cooked out. You're going to want these potatoes just a little dry so they can absorb all the butter and the cream. And now I'm going to get another pan out, and we're going to bring that up to temperature and start getting these mashed potatoes made. Let's add 4 tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to put the potatoes through the ricer right on top of that butter. And if the potatoes are hot, then it goes through the ricer so much easier. And as it comes out of the ricer, you can tell they're going to just be so much fluffier this way. Okay, we've got them all through the ricer. Now let's start getting them mixed up with that butter. Looks like the potatoes have absorbed quite a bit of that butter now. So let's go ahead and season it to taste with some cracked black pepper and some sea salt. We're going to go ahead and get that mixed in pretty good, and then we're going to start adding our heavy cream. Just a little at a time. We'll mix it up again, and then we'll add a little bit more of our cream until we get to the consistency that you like your mashed potatoes. I think we're getting pretty close. Girls, what do I need to use?
Tasting spoon.
That is correct. It's time to give this a taste. I say it's still just a little bland, maybe a little bit more salt. Salt acts as a flavor magnifier, a flavor enhancer, if you will. And a little bit more black pepper. And just a little bit more of our cream. And we have some very creamy, fluffy, buttery mashed potatoes. I'd better have just one more taste, just to be sure. It is time to plate these potatoes. As I plate these potatoes, I would like to thank my beautiful granddaughters, Guinevere and Arwen, for helping me. Thank you, girls. Let's add a teaspoon of butter. We will top that with some nice chopped up chives. And there you have it. Mashed potatoes that even Gordon Ramsay himself would like. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this video. Thanks for coming, everybody. And as always,
Like and subscribe.
oh yeah, it's time for lunch.